Embrace the Journey, 643 official podcast, episode 2. We are live on site. This broadcast has been brought to you by Luxury Auto. We got a special guest today. Luke Donaldson's in the house.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me, Jake.
LD, Fives, Psycho, High Octane, another ultimate competitor, ultimate teammate. Those are the only kind of guys we're going to have on this show. Luke, man, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
What's been going on, man? How's your off season going?
It's been great. Yeah. Just been busy with talking to colleges and just being able to do what I have been wanting to do for a while, and being able to accomplish my dreams, and just being able to make everybody that's believed in me, and just being able to just prove to everybody that I am who I am, and making sure that nobody's expectations fails.
I love it. Starting with some heat, coming in with just straight insight. I love it. I mean, talk to us first off about kind of what you just said. I mean, we talk about proving it to others. How important was it to you through your journey, which we're going to hear a bunch about? You got one of the best journeys, I think, going. Every year at tryouts and the banquet, we hear stories from, Danny, Holly, and staff about, guys that have grinded, that have, been on different teams here, kind of been told no at times or heard maybe things they don't want to hear. So talk to us about, first off, before you proved to everyone else, what did you have to, prove to yourself? And how did that happen?
Really just being able to overcome adversity and just be myself, because I've been through a journey here with 643, and just being able to be a part of everything that I've done, and really just not giving up and proving to myself that I can do big things.
Absolutely. And talk to us a little bit about, what you just said there, your journey. I know it personally. It's an awesome one. That's why you're on the show. I mean, there's a college commitment coming by the end of this that's going to be awesome, and we can't wait for that. But talk to us a little bit about your journey for those that don't know you, maybe what teams you played on here, coaches, names, and then we'll get more into kind of maybe some of the stories from those teams. But talk to me about your journey.
All right, so I have been here since 12U. I came in, I made TJ's 12U Jags, and then after that, I played for Rex, 13U Tigers, and then 14U Panthers. I played for Coach Bowers and Jeremy Johnson. And then after 14U Panthers, I played for the 15 Jags with Holly, and then 16 Tigers with Jamal, and then 17 Cougs with Danny.
Heck yeah. So I count 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 5 seasons, whole different coaches every year. Talk to me about that. How is it getting different coaches every year? There's certain programs or even teams here we've had, where a coach goes up for a couple ages. So how do you think, was there an impact or effect in a positive or negative way of you having different voices and different coaches every year?
I think having different perspectives from different coaches, that's really helped me develop as a person and a player, just being able to understand different ways the game is taught, and just being able to play the game in different ways. And a lot of the coaches here just development. And then I think that's just a big key of why I've stayed here and been so long. Just trusted the process, because all these coaches, they just make you want to trust the process and be able to they let you be able to do what you want to do, and they're going to believe in you no matter what.
I love it. No, I definitely feel that from our staff. And, I heard you, as you rattle off the names, I hear Cougars in there. I hear Jaguars in there. I hear Tigers in there. And I hear Panthers in there. So as we get to your commitment here later, I know there's a slew of, parents and players out there that think it really matters what's on the front of my jersey. It really matters what team I'm on when I'm this age, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got to be on the top team wherever I play. I got to be on the best team. Talk to us about maybe the other side of that people don't see. You talked about staying here, why maybe when other kids hear a call from the, Tigers or Panthers or Jags some years, they go, no. And why did you say yes those years?
So crazy story. So 14U year, I had made the Panthers, right? And I hadn't heard in 5 days, and I was like, what's going on? I know I'm better than this.
Because you'd already played here for 2 years also, right?
I had already played here for 2 years, and I was like, dang, this is crazy. And then I get a call from Coach Bowers, and he just explains to me everything that he wants to do and what he sees in me. And really that just motivated me to stay because I knew I could be better. And I knew he was going to get me to where I needed to be to succeed. So really just being able to show to the coaches and people what you're able to do. And
hey, I think you need to come in real quick. Hold on, come on in. Hey, let's just go off the rip for a second. We got Jeremy Johnson walking in here mid podcast. We're just gonna ask him a quick question behind Luke, and then we'll get rid of him. Dude, we should have set it up for you to be the third tonight. This is outstanding. We just took a video of Jeremy down there. It will be on the IG tonight. He is the drippiest coach at 6'3" right now. Jeremy, just hop on this mic for just a second behind Luke. Yeah, just real quick. No, yeah. I just want to ask you one question off the rip.
All right.
Jeremy Johnson coming in. JJ all day. Instagram, I believe, is JJJ all day. Is that correct?
Yeah, JJJ all day.
Just 1 minute version. We're definitely gonna have you on this, by the way, because this guy's the freaking man. Elite mindset all the way around. Talk to me about coaching Luke, 14U Panthers. We were literally just on that topic.
Luke's always been that guy. He was a dog. My favorite Luke memory was probably I think it was like the second game I coached you, and I don't think you ever had played third base before. And you only play first base. And you remember this game? Yeah. It was like every single time the ball was hit to the outfield, you would just run to the pitcher's mound at third base. And they kept swiping third base on us. And I'm just yelling at Luke like every single inning, Luke, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you text me after the game. You're like, hey, coach, I'm so sorry. You're like, I've never played third base before. I was like, oh, shoot, I had no idea you had played third base. And then now what? You play 3B,
short,
1B, outfield, short, pitcher,
dog,
catcher. I think you caught one game too, but yeah, no, it's cool to watch you grow, and man, you've always been the same individual and same player, and been so consistent, and then to see all the success catch up with you has been awesome. So
real quick before you go, was he as intense like competitive juices wise? So that's one thing that's changed a little bit.
Not at all. I think kind of a little bit, but then as you started to like grow in confidence, man, you became that.
He's a psycho.
Yeah. Everybody needs a psycho.
JJ, thank you so much for coming on. We'll get you back soon. We love JJ. He's the man. Crowd's going nuts for JJ. Let's go. So that guy obviously had a big part of that year and, of your development. Let's step back for a second, though. A lot of people watching don't know. Coach Darren Bowers, right? A longtime coach in the area. Coached at East Cobb. I believe he coached with Titans baseball. He coached with us for a handful of years. Tragically, suddenly passed away, and that was during your season, right? Your fall. So maybe hit on that a little. Did that impact you at all? Like, I know as a 14-year-old kid, hearing my coaches not with us, that can be kind of a tough, sticky subject. I remember that funeral. I think I remember seeing you there and a bunch of the guys. Like, talk to me about, did that impact you in a positive way, even though it was a bad thing that happened?
Yeah, so really, when I've heard about that, I mean, it was just like, it didn't feel real. It was just such a sudden moment because so he always was in the gym. He always took care of himself. He was healthy. I thought he was healthy at least.
Yeah, he was jacked. Like, we'll get a picture up on this so everyone can see. He was jacked, dude. He's in great shape. Yeah.
I mean, I think even though it wasn't a good thing that happened, I think positively it helped me because I knew that he trusted in me, and so I would just play for him because he really impacted me and what I did here at this program.
Love it. No, it's really cool. You got to take, as we talked about, with others here, and we will with you guys as you go through the program, like, you got to take adversity in stride. Like, it sucks when things like that happen. It's terrible. Nobody wants that, but there's always something to be taken out of it, a learning moment, something that can make you stronger later. There's so many tales of kids here and, just people in the world in business, sports, whatever, that they face that adversity at a young age, and later on they're more tough for it. So no doubt I think that was something that stunk and we didn't want it to happen, but I'm glad you were a part of that team because you came out of it probably more resilient and a leader. Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw out a topic at you, and you're going to tell me which coach you're going to, for this. Okay. So let's start with, you need a laugh. You're having a rough day. You're 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Just got shelled on the bump. Which coach around the park are you fine if you need a laugh?
I'm going to go with Jeremy Johnson.
Jeremy Johnson. Yeah. He's got some jokes.
Oh, he has some jokes because he's younger. So he's been around the game, like, kind of around the same time as us, and he knows everything that's happening. So he'll give you a good laugh.
Love it. Who are you going to if you need more of that, like, life advice, like serious, type day, maybe tough decision with recruiting, tough decision with anything? Who's your life guy here? You got
definitely Coach Danny, because I feel like he just knows so much about life and about baseball that I feel like you can just talk to him about anything and he'll tell you. anything you need to know.
You know, he'll shoot you straight.
Yeah, he knows some stuff.
He'll definitely shoot you straight. He's got a lot of experience with it. What about swings not feeling right? You need a little tune-up BP. Who you going to find?
Definitely Jamal.
He throws that little cutter in there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Love it. How about infield work? You need some ground balls. You got to go move around.
Definitely Kyle.
Kyle's got that elite fungo.
Kyle
Hey, that checks out with some other ones we've heard from recently. How about a coach? Was there any coaches that maybe when you played for them, you didn't like them as much during the season, or maybe thought one thing and then after playing for them, you realized that coach was really good for you?
Definitely, I would say Holly.
Yeah.
Because I remember Holly was always hard on me. He's always pushing me, and it was like, dang, I mean, I haven't really got pushed this much before. And he just kept pushing me because he really believed in me. So he wanted me to be the best version of me. Mm-hmm. So he just kept pushing me, and I just had to keep taking it.
Yeah.
So he just really pushed me to get better.
So it was a little uncomfortable at first, but now, I mean.
Then I fell into his coaching style.
You push that like your own way, though. Would you say, though? Like you push yourself now?
He definitely has a way, like he has a part in how I am as a player and how I carry myself. Mm-hmm. Just because how he taught me how to play and just how, like, he taught me, like, to be aggressive. Mm-hmm. Just being, like, aggressive, getting the baseball on the mound, doing whatever I needed to do. He was always pushing me. So I feel like he's just really been hard on me, but I don't mind it.
For the right reasons, right?
Yeah,
Wants you to be great. Yeah, Holly coaches hard, man. He coaches college style, I would say. So if you like playing for him, you're going to enjoy college baseball for sure. Which we can't wait to talk about in a little bit. Big decisions coming. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Talk to us about what you just said, kind of how going through the ranks here, you become and figure out what kind of player you are. You talked about maybe – and Jeremy said maybe you're a really good kid. And we'll talk about who you are as a person in a sec too. But, how do you go from being a nice kid to, we'll show some clips here to the people at home, but like when you're pitching at PBR this fall on a Friday night and we're down 4 runs and you strike out the side and you're going nuts, or you slide into the plate to get us down 1 and you're popping up going, let's go. Like, where does all that come from? Because it is electric. And I guarantee you when we talk later about the colleges, it's something they saw in you. But where did you find who you are and what kind of player are you for those that have never seen you play?
So I would describe myself as electric. I love having high intensity and a high energy and really just getting the adrenaline flowing, because I feel like even if you're down, you can easily get back up with just a little bit of momentum. And really me just being that guy for the team that people know that I can get us hype and I can just get us electric. And bring up the intensity.
Turn up the electricity, right?
Yeah, just bring up the intensity. I mean, I feel like that's just a big part in baseball, and I mean, really life, because it's just like you're gonna face adversity. Oh my God,
adversity.
Yeah, you're gonna face
like
adversity.
Right now, you messing up adversity is you facing adversity. Look at that.
That's like the second time I failed it, by the way.
Hey, who cares? Let's go.
Yeah.
Next pitch, next play.
So, just facing adversity and being able to come back from it, because I feel like a big part of me and who I am today is definitely getting a learning experience from being on all these different teams here, because I make the 4th team of 14U, and I'm like, oh, I know I can be better than this, and it's just like people are pushing me, and everybody knows I can be better, and just being able to learn and get through it, and that's really what pushed me to be who I am today, is just be yourself and be able to do what you want to do and just have fun. Because really that 14U season, I was just having fun being myself, and that brought out the best version of me.
No doubt. I feel like you really found your confidence, like in those 14, 15 years, it sounds like. And you tell the story, right? The intensity, like you obviously are a guy that competes with confidence, fire, as you said, electricity. But that came from hearing stuff you didn't want to hear and maybe getting a little ticked off even at one point, right? For sure, for sure. So let's twist off that. Talked about the coach side and the player type side. Talk a little bit more about, you the person, Luke Donaldson, outside of baseball. What are we doing these days? I know we're working out. I see you posting stuff of you training over. I know you go to East Cobb or River Ridge and get working. So I know you're constantly doing baseball. Yeah. We'll talk about that more later. Talk to the crowd here. Listen about, who you are outside the lines.
So outside of baseball, I'm a friendly guy. I love talking to people. I love making new friends. Really just being active, because I feel like sitting around all day is not going to get you any better. Even if even if I'm out on the soccer fields with my brother, I feel like me being out there, it's building endurance. That's just coordination. I'm just having fun doing stuff. I'm a busybody, so I don't like to like just not move, just sit around all day. But really, outside the field, I just like to be myself and just take everything the right way. And I know I hardly get mad at people. It's just me. Like I can't hold grudges. So it's just like I'm just a people's person. I mean, everybody is going to be happy that I talk to, hopefully.
Yeah, sounds like a good life teammate besides just a baseball teammate, right? Talk to us. I heard you mention your brother. For those that don't know, tell us about your brother and his kind of crazy journey that's happened the last year.
All right, so I have a twin brother, and his name is James. And
who's uglier, by the way?
Definitely him. Yeah, me and my friends always joke about that. Yeah, we're always joking about that. But so he is older than me by like 30 seconds, I think. And he plays soccer for Atlanta United. He signed a professional contract with them not too long ago.
I say that again for those that didn't maybe catch that.
He signed a professional contract not too long ago.
He's 16 years old?
16, yes, sir.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he signed a contract with them. He's a goalie. And really, his success has really pushed me to be better because I feel like both of us making like big decisions and being really good athletes, that just shows that we care about our lives and how we take everything. And I feel like both of us, we both have that like electric mentality. He's always screaming. He's always the vocal. And I feel like me watching him be vocal on the soccer field, that's really translated over to baseball because I'm always talking. I always am letting know how many outs there are and all the situations. And I just like to be vocal. And he's always talking to his teammates. And I feel like me and him having some banter, I feel like that helps because it's like a competition. Me and him are always in a competition. So I feel like him being the same age as me and him having success has just pushed me to be a better person and be a better athlete and a better player.
So that's one thing I think that's cool that I totally agree with, that it's important to surround yourself with people that are going to push you and compete with you and make you better, whether that's baseball, whether that's, like you said, fitness and life, eating habits. If you're religious, people in that same group, like it's really important that whatever you want to be, you surround yourself with people that, operate at that level. So it's really cool to hear, and you can see it for sure in you playing the game. You can see it in how your brother, even when he would come, take pictures for us this summer. Shout out, what's his Instagram handle?
Shot by JBL.
Shout out James Donaldson. He's filmed a lot of good stuff for us. Hope to see him again in the future around his professional career. But seriously, like, so important to surround yourself with people that, have plans, have things they're working towards. So really glad to hear that you guys have that. That's a great transition for my next question. Your teammates here, right? I'm sure you've, playing on all the different teams, there's tons and tons and tons of teammates to sift through in your head as I ask you these questions. I'm going to give you a couple. Well, first, I guess, let's go here. Has there been anyone that you've played with the most, like through all those teams? It's kind of, you guys have stuck together over the years. Have you noticed? Because I didn't do my research before on the rosters.
I don't think I've really, one that comes to my head is Hayes Stevens. I think I've been with him 3 times.
Yep. Shout out Hayes.
Yeah, shout out Hayes, by the way. A lot of the guys I played with last year, I was on that 15 Jags team with, so that was cool. And then
so tons of guys you played with for 2 seasons, probably.
Yeah, Maddox for 3, Levakovic for 3. So, yeah, Levakovic was on that Panthers team too.
Dog. Yeah, he's coming off an injury too, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you're watching, Jackson, get healthy, dude. We can't wait to get you back.
Yeah, we miss you, man.
Yes, sir. So talk to us. Is there one teammate that comes to mind, 1 or 2, that have pushed you the most at 6'3", whether that's at practices, whether that's, keeping in touch outside of practice, staying on each other? Like who's 1 or 2 guys that really push it here?
I'm going to go with Maddox, McCullum, and J-Dub, John Walker Brown.
How so?
So me and Maddox, we always got this banter. So we're always pushing each other. We're always battling, always having fun. And I feel like me and him we just like each other so much. And it's just like, we just push each other and just get better.
What about J-Dub? John Walker Brown, lefty masher, coming off a
God.
huge fall.
Yeah.
Upside off the charts.
Yeah, so funny story. Me and J-Dub, we played T-ball together. So we go way back. Me and him, we also got that like same banter because I just love messing with people. I feel like it's just fun and it just builds a better relationship and a good bond. So I've built a bond with J-Dub and we've just pushed each other to get better because he was batting 2-hole last year and I was batting 1-hole. So me and him, we just always go at it. And we'd always depend on each other. And I feel like having him to depend on was good for me.
Love it. Let's pivot here, okay? I'm wearing this this hat. I'll flip it around. Shout out Hudson Graham, Avery Hunt, Kyle Coletta. There's more I'm leaving out. There's a bunch of dogs up there. Prep Baseball Report, PBR. Love those guys. Love sending our teams there. You have been an absolute caged animal when you play at PBR.
Yeah.
Tell us about what happens to you at Lake Point. Because no doubt you're always a stud player, man. Like, you play great at Aviation. You play great at East Cobb. You play great on the out of town. Like, you're a great player. But I think there's something a little different when you go up to Lake Point. Am I right there? I mean, what's going on?
You're definitely right. There's just something weird about Lake Point. It's just different. It's just like I just feel like it's just the atmosphere. Good vibes at Lake Point. I have 3 championships at Lake Point, two NPIs with the Cougars, and then a national championship last year with the Tigers. So I feel like I built a resume there, and I feel like it's kind of like home. It just feels natural to be there, and I feel like I can just be myself there. I mean, I can be myself anywhere, but like that's just feels most comfortable there.
No, love it. Something you said there that, for those watching might understand. So part of playing at 643, and, where some places go to these big tournaments, some of these other organizations, they'll pick up kids, like we see it all the time, where we'll play a kid who's playing on, say, the Marlins one weekend, and then we see him next weekend on, say, the Astros, just, random team names there.
Yeah.
But say that's happening, right? Like, we see kids that bounce around where when we, start our season, we're not going outside the organization. But what we do is if we're short in a big tournament or running low on pitching, we'll find, another team in the age group from any of the teams. If it's the Jags, we'll go to the, Cougs to see if anyone can play. If it's the Cougs, we'll go to all the other teams to see if anyone can play. Like, Panthers need a guy. We've had Cougars play. Like, we all mix it up, as you know. So talk to the people here listening. 15U and 16U, you were on the Jaguars and the Tigers, yet you have national championship or MPI dog piles with the Cougars. So how did that happen? And talk to us about that experience.
So in 15U, the first one, I get a text from Holly. He's like, "You want to go pitch with the Cougars in the MPI championship?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah." Yeah, because it's a great opportunity. I knew he believed in me. So I'm just glad I got to go out there and compete. And
you close it out. Is that right?
Going for 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, I think. A couple of strikeouts.
Did you get the last out? Is that correct?
No, it was that. So basically what happened was this kid's in like a 9-pitch at bat. And so he hits the ground ball to right field. There's a kid on first. And the kid on first runs around second. And he didn't stay on the bag, and then we back-picked him off. Maceo was at second, tagged him out, and that was the game.
Might have been, I think it was Jaden, because Maceo was hurt 15U MPI. I think it was Whiteside. It was sliding in right behind, catch tag. We'll get the clip up to make sure, but I might be fact-checked there. But, dude, I mean, yeah, no doubt. Just a great example of 643 family right there, It took everybody on a team and sometimes everybody in an age group to help us make special memories. And that's no doubt a special memory you guys will have forever. What about 16U MPI? I think I got to watch you. Were you pitching the semis or against the Stros and the Ship?
So basically it was semifinals. I get put in a tough situation, bases loaded, 1 out.
Were we playing SBA Bolts?
Yeah, SBA Bolts. Yeah. So I go in. I mean, I'm calm because pressure doesn't really get to me because I feel like I've been so much pressured moments. It's just normal now. And I feel like that being in those pressure moments helps helps build my adrenaline. So then I'm just a better player and it brings me like electricity. So basically I go in with bases loaded, 1 out, and 1 pitch, fastball inside, he rolls over, steps on third, throws to first, get out of the inning. Absolutely electric.
Yeah, you were definitely psychotic coming off that mound.
That was insane. Adrenaline was going. That was fun.
I mean, pressure is a privilege, right?
Yeah,
there's 2 ways to look at it. It's either this is pressure, oh crap, or let's freaking go. I get to go compete in a big moment right now and be the guy. And is that where you go? Yeah,
I just love being that guy. I just like being the person that you can go to in a tough situation and just be able to know that my team has confidence in me to get out of it.
Love it. No, man, just 2 special runs there with those groups, with you helping out. Such a cool moment. Very selfless by you, being willing to help within the age group and help the 643 family. And now we got 2 banners on our fence.
Yeah.
That obviously it took, a bunch of coaches, kids, and parents, but you were a big part of that as well. I want to get into the PBR National Championship. The 16U Tigers also won a couple weeks after the MPI.
Yeah.
And including a win against the Cougars. But first, we're going to get a quick word in from our sponsors. Thank you for that word from our sponsors. PBR National Championship, 16U, summer of 2025, massive dog pile, water everywhere. Take us back to the start of that tournament and the 16U Tigers' journey through it.
So this tournament's crazy. So a little backstory: we were waitlisted for this tournament.
That's right. You guys didn't have a spot at first.
They didn't think we were good enough to be in this tournament, which is kind of crazy because we won. So basically, we get 5 pool play games. We get a loaded pool, absolutely loaded. We've got ranked teams, 2 ranked teams. We faced 2 really good arms from a ranked team. We got no hit in a pool play game. We ended up losing 1-0, I think. And then we faced another team from up north, and they had some dudes. And we ended up winning 3-0. Shout out to Maddox. He shoved that game, got us to the playoffs.
Go Owls.
Yeah. Go Owls. So we barely make the pool because in our bracket, we were the top seed we beat this team. I don't remember US Elite. So we beat US Elite, and then that US Elite team beat top tier Ruse, and the top tier Ruse team beat us.
It was one of those pools where everyone just beat everybody.
It was 4-1.
Everyone was good.
Yeah, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. So basically, us 3 teams, we all could have made bracket. Like the US Elite team, I think they were the last seed, and then the seed behind them would have been that top tier Ruse team. So it was.
So you guys gave up the least amount of runs, though. I'm guessing is that what it came down to?
Yeah, it was least runs in the head-to-head because that US Elite team beat the Ruse team.
Got it. So you guys get in the bracket, get on a little run. Talk to us about especially those last couple games.
So we end up in the quarterfinals. We end up facing the 1 seed, and it's like we're here now. We might as well win it all. And it's just crazy because the amount of we were so short on arms, and it was like everybody had played in that tournament. So we couldn't go get any arms. So it was really just next man up and everybody believing and just really just being a team. Because I feel like that team, we just had so much chemistry. And it was just crazy how we made that run. And everybody was just believing in each other and just being a really good team. So then we get to the semifinals.
In the words of Coach Jamal Hawkins, throw strikes, play clean.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So talk to us about that semifinal game. Yeah, washer dryer. Shout out Jamal Hawkins, the GOAT. Semifinal game, we just told all these awesome, lovey-dovey internal stories about, you helping the Cougs in those MPIs. Talk to the people back home about who you guys played in the semis of the national championship and how that went down.
Okay, so basically...
It wasn't very lovey-dovey, was it?
No. So earlier in the season, we got matched up with the Cougs, and we lost. I think it was like 5-4 or something like that. We barely lost, had a couple of bad calls. I mean... I was pitching, so I was a little mad about it. But it was really just a revenge game because we lost the year before that, too. It was like 11-10, 9th inning. We got bad umpires. It wasn't fun. But basically that game, that semifinal game, this was a revenge game. And it just proved that it didn't matter what team and that you could just be – it's really just who plays better baseball.
Anybody can beat anybody in baseball, right?
Anybody can beat anybody.
Always.
So – I think we just went in with a mindset saying like we don't care. We're gonna go out and we're gonna win. Nothing's stopping us from winning this game. And I feel like we got momentum from the start and we just kept the momentum. And really our team, we just believed in each other. Just crazy game, crazy Mo. We go in and we face the returning champs.
And once you beat the 1 seed and then the Cougars, is there any way you guys are losing that last game? I mean, let's be real, right?
No, because we had that mindset of we're here, we might as well win it all. And it's just like the momentum carried. Because like I think maybe in playoff and bracket until that semifinals game, we had 9-10 hits combined in all of the bracket play games. So it's just like, and then we win and put up 11 hits that game, and it's just like we're doing this. Mm-hmm. We're not losing. It was just a really good team win. I feel like everybody was playing for each other and nobody was selfish. So I feel like that was just really big, just being able to be the team that we are and being able to come together and just overcome the adversity and just be the guys. Be the guys to do it because everybody doubted us. Nobody believed in us. We were last on like the rankings they had on Instagram.
There was that poll they posted of the Final Four. Who's the most likely to win? Yeah,
we were last. Nobody had faith in us. So it was just a really cool opportunity, and we took advantage of it.
Such a special team. Special group of guys, as you talked about there. No doubt, energy in that group was off the charts. There was such a will to win. So many good ball players on that team. So many future college ball players on that team, and possibly some future professional baseball players off that team. But one thing that sticks out is, what you're talking about, just with how you guys believed in each other, how you guys played for each other. I mean, so evident watching you all even last summer when I saw you early in the summer at Aviation playing in random 16U PG event X, whatever they call it, weekend championship World Series, whatever it's supposed to be. But you guys were locked in, man. Great dugout energy, getting on and off the field, getting behind each other. So many good comeback wins in that year. But talk to me a little about, what do you think made that team special? To me, I know Jamal does such a good job of just empowering the players. He's such a player's coach that he makes you guys, own the leadership side of the team, own the energy. Jamal has great energy, but he's a little more soft-spoken at times. But I really do believe it's because he's empowering you guys to lead the team. Maybe talk about Coach Jamal a sec for those that don't know.
So shout out to Jamal. Jamal, amazing coach. He taught us how to play the right way, and he just taught us how to be good teammates and play for each other, because I feel like him being able to show us how to play and be together, that was a really big part of our success. Because that team, we had so much chemistry going into like the last tournaments. It was just insane. Like he just brought us together, and everybody believed in each other because of him. And he was just a really good coach, and he just taught us how to play. He's really fundamental, and really we did all the little things right. And I feel like that's why we had success that we had.
No doubt. No, you guys definitely came together, and I agree with you, man. Jamal teaches the game the right way. He played at a high level, played, high-level D1 ball, played professional ball. I mean, he's our most vetted coach, I'd say, as a player of playing experience. So no doubt a great guy to learn from. I'm so pumped that you got around him, and always happy for our guys when they tell me they're working with them or they got to play for him. Yeah. Talk about the family thing, 643 family. Hear that a lot around here. You talked development earlier, which obviously is part of your journey. Talk about the family. Again, did you ever feel, and you can be honest here, did you ever feel less than attention-wise from, say you saw Danny around the park, or you saw coaches like when you were on the Panthers versus now being on the Cougars? Have you noticed a difference in all that, or how's that been throughout?
No, I'm going to be honest, not really. I feel like ever since I've got here, I've just been brought in, and I feel like I know everybody here, and I feel like I can just go to anybody and talk to them and just be able to relate to each other, and really just being able to just be who I am. Because I feel like that's a big part of being in a program like this, and they're going to make you a better person and a better ball player. So really just having a good mindset and just really having a positive attitude, because I feel like that's what everybody needs, and especially around here, everybody's happy. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not happy on the inside, you're showing it on the outside, and I feel like everybody can just bring you up and uplift you.
No doubt. We try to pride ourselves in the energy here, right? It's all about the energy. You can choose to focus on how you want to feel that day, right? You can be over, but you still got to be that team guy, man. Or you could be having that great day. If the team's not doing good, you got to bring everybody else up. So no doubt you do a great job of that. So many kids on that 17U Cougs team you're on now do an outstanding job of that, as well as your team from last year. So yeah, just pumped for you of all the groups you've got to be a part of, and you embody 643 family. Because I can think of seeing you on all the teams, all the different years as your body grew and changed in all different shapes and sizes, and you definitely were a constant smile on your face walking around the park, but also when it's time to practice, like, let's get after it. You're an intense guy, intense competitor, and I think a lot of the best guys we have that come out here and a lot of the best coaches we have are very, very serious and intentional on the dirt, but also very funny, loose, goofy, good dudes, between the games or, in the lulls of a baseball game. So I think that's been a big part of the 643 family blueprint and something we're trying to keep going. Talk about now, as we get towards this college commitment piece, talk about your family. Obviously we talked about your brother earlier. I know your parents are awesome people of, their energy, no doubt. I see so much of you from your parents just based on my, short conversations with them over the years. Talk about your family and what they've meant to you through your journey here and how they've supported you.
Yeah, so my parents, big part of just my life, and they've just been really important, always pushing me, always telling me the right things to do. That I feel like they're a big part of who I am. They've just led me the right way, put me with the right people, and I feel like my dad, he coaches soccer, and he's from England, so he knows his stuff about sports and coaching and teammates and everything like that. So he's taught me a lot of things about the sports, and I feel like that's important. And then my mom, I mean, she's just so important. She does everything, and she's just really pushed me to be who I am today. And I feel like I get my personality from her. I mean, I'm not like as stressed as her all the time. She gets a little stressed. She's always walking away while I'm pitching, but it's fine because I know she still supports me.
She cares. She loves it. She just probably don't want to say anything to you while you're pitching. Talk about that piece of it. I hear the word support in there. I hear, advising you. Your dad's the sports piece. So just so people are clear at home, there's a lot of parents that are going to be watching the show that have kids. It's their first son coming through in youth sports. They're 9, 10, 11. Maybe they're riding their kids a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to coach them from the stands. Maybe they're getting in the car, coach them on their mechanics. When you say your dad taught you a lot about sports, is that what you mean, or what exactly are you talking about there? More of the mindset, mentality?
Sports,
Get some insight.
Yeah, so he really doesn't know a lot about baseball. So I feel like that's helped me in a good way because he's not always trying to change how I play. Because I feel like if you're a parent out there and you are trying to do something your kid doesn't want to do and you're pushing them and they're not doing it, and then you're like, come on, just do it. And it's like, I feel like they should just have fun, because my parents, they never really like tried to coach me from the stands, because my mom used to play softball. They never really did it. All they were was just supportive, and they just trusted the coaching staff, trusted the coaches in doing what they're doing, and they really just let me be myself and just have fun and just be a kid, because I feel like that's what's most important. It's just being able to be yourself and have fun all the time, and that's when you're really going to develop.
Mm-hmm. No, they're supportive, right? That's what I hear you say, which that's such a key, man. You see so many great athletes come out of here with parents that come game time and practice time know how to sit back or sit in the car, whenever you need if you can't resist. But they're able to sit back, support their kid, watch, see how their kid is moving. And shoot, man, I'm sure if you got in the car and you were ever being lazy or you had bad body language, I bet your parents did say something to you about it, right? But if you go 0 for 3 that day, it's got to be all love, support, and hey, we're able to drive you to the cages if you want to go hit.
Yeah.
But so now let's transition to that, the training piece of this. Was there an age where like your switch flipped and you went from maybe a practice guide? I remember you were in here for lessons a lot, at 12, 13, 14, maybe once a week. But I'm sure that wasn't all you were doing. I'm sure there was a point where you were taking stuff you were learning at baseball, at lessons, at practice, high school with 643, and then taking it to your own, training. Talk about that.
Okay, so basically, I feel like the switch, it really got to me, and it flipped in 14U. Because it's like, I feel like a reason why I might have been on that team was because of my work ethic outside of the baseball field. Mm-hmm. So that year really taught me that I needed to be better outside of aviation and really just be able to take what I learned here and take it with me out of here. So just being able to keep it in my brain and concentrate and go out and do it on my own, I feel like that's a really big part. And my parents are a big part of that, because they would always push me to go outside and hit off the tee, even if it was just in the backyard, or go take some ground balls off of like a net, just throw it at the net and then take some ground balls. I feel like that's really important, just being able to recognize what you need to do outside of the baseball field.
Absolutely self-aware, right? The best players we have here are self-aware. They're maybe not overthinking their process, but they know what they need to work on. And that takes, on the car ride home, instead of just getting on your phone and scrolling, it's what did I do good tonight at practice, or driving home from a tournament? What did I do well this weekend? Where are areas I helped my team? Where are areas I struggled in? Okay, let's talk about those for a second. I'm not going to focus on those. There's plenty of great areas I got good at. That's good. My confidence is building. But now where can I get back in the lab and get better? So it's really cool to hear you say. And from our side as a, scouting side upstairs with our baseball ops group, or, really following you guys through our system of development, no doubt you could see that your switch flip. Because about halfway through, everyone was going, holy cow, Luke Donaldson is on the way up. And that's why the next year at tryouts, Holly called you with that Jags team for sure. It's not that the Panthers were not a good team. It's that you got that much better. So you made jumps. So kudos to you for owning your journey, owning your path. And it's crazy, right? So we're saying 14 Panthers at 14, 15 Jags, 16 Tigers. And here we are 6 months after that season, and you're about to tell the world here where you're going to play college baseball. Is that surreal? Does that feel fast to you?
I feel like it has been fast. I feel like I didn't take enough time for granted. I feel like it really got up on me quick. It's kind of crazy how quick it can just be like, it just evolves. I feel like I've evolved so quick in the past like 4 or 5 years. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you've enjoyed it, man.
You've
been into it. That's why it's flying by, is because you work with intent. Some guys go through the routine, other guys dive into the process, and you've dove into the process. So talk about the recruiting process. How's that been for you? This fall really is when it started, right? August 1st is the first time schools were able to talk to you guys. Share with those back home, a little bit of what you've been through.
So basically, August 1st hit. I didn't really get any notices for 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then had a D1 text me, and then I feel like I was putting myself out there on Twitter, which was really big for my recruiting process, was Twitter, because I would just post videos, follow a bunch of coaches, follow up, and then work with my recruiter. And I feel like it wasn't like I didn't really get a lot of attention, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna prove to them that I'm better than they think I am. So I had that. I had a couple colleges, and then I had one college hit me up, and they really liked him, and they were always talking to me, and their coach was always calling me, and I feel like I built a really good relationship with them, and I like all their coaching staff and their facilities and everything, and I feel like it's just perfect for me.
So you know where you're going. You've decided.
Yes, sir.
Nobody knows yet.
Nope.
Is it hard to keep it a secret?
Yeah.
Like, who have you told?
My brother, my best friends, and my math teacher. My math teacher's my boy. Shout out Mr. Barton.
Shout out Mr. Barton. Oh, my goodness. Crunch those numbers. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're comfortable with it, I don't know if there's anyone you want to thank, anyone you want to shout out, but look into that camera right there and tell everybody where you're heading and what you're doing.
So I just want to thank God and everybody that's been a part of this process, my family, my friends, and all the coaches here at 643, and all the coaches I had for in the past. Really just building up to this moment. It's been surreal, and just taking advice, and they've been a really big part of the process. So with that, I will be committing to Texas Tech. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dude, that is so sick.
Yes, sir.
That is so cool. Oh, my gosh. I think you will be the second 643 alum joining the Texas Tech Raider family. The last one was Mac Crash Hewer, who I actually had the pleasure of coaching at 14, and Big Crash was drafted this past year in the draft. So big pitcher that went there, big old country boy, threw the you-know-what out of the ball.
Yeah.
What's cool about you is how much do you weigh?
170.
He weighs 170. It's probably more like 160. He's a slender, tall guy.
It's 170.
He's a slender, tall guy
I promise it's 170.
throwing 88 miles an hour. Just wait till you see what happens to him when he goes to this great program in Texas Tech, gets around their coaches, gets in their nutrition system, puts on weight in the legs, keep that upper body loosey-goosey, right? But just wait. This guy might be throwing 100 miles an hour in a couple of years. You heard it here first. Luke Donaldson will be throwing 100 miles an hour before it's all said and done. Yeah, is there dreams of playing pro baseball after that? Is this the goal and we've reached it, or is it keep working?
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished. I love it. Yeah, that's going to be a quote on this show a lot, I think.
Yeah. Something cool is I was going through a couple weeks ago. I was in my lit comp class, and I'm going through this Adobe Spark or this Adobe Express website, and I click on something. It's from 2019, and it's my 10-year-old self, and it says, "Hi, my name is Luke. My dream is to play college baseball," and I think it's just that really cool to be able to see that and be able to just like prove to my little self that I am who I am and just make myself proud.
I'm a firm believer in what you live and see is a sum of what you choose to focus on, right? Yeah. So if you focus on my goal is to play college baseball and you write that down and you say it and you work towards it, you will play college baseball, right? Like I just see that so much, and that's something I always think back to my career, and that I probably was a little more negative with my self-talk and not as, they say aim for the moon and you land in the stars, right? I think a lot of guys sell themselves short on like how much better you can get in a window of time if you put your head down and go to work. So, man, tip a cap to you for doing that, for owning your journey, being intentional with it, and, not taking, like you said, any of it for granted, making sure that you dove into the process, put in work, got together with great advisors, whether that's your family, coaches, recruiting help, putting your stuff out there on Twitter, like you said, not bragging about it, but finding the best highlights from PBR and certain tournaments and reposting it and sharing. Like that's super intentional. I'm sure that almost every day of your life for at least the last couple of years has been going towards playing college baseball.
Yeah, definitely 100%.
And that's why it's so cool to hear you make that announcement here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially seeing my brother's success. It's like, all right, I got to match with him.
Let's go. Let's compete.
Yeah.
Right? Let's compete. How important is that in life? Do you think it applies to life, not just baseball, like competing every day? Like where do you...
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, in the weight room, you got to compete with other people. I mean, really, it's just taking a competitive mindset with life, because I feel like anything I do in life, I'm competitive. Schoolwork, I'm always getting it done. Never want to be late on schoolwork, because that'll put you back.
How you do one thing is how you do everything.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Man, just so cool. Such a great story. Cannot wait to celebrate more going forward, and just obviously watch you keep getting better. Coach you this summer with the 17s. I mean, dirty. God, so cool. Yeah, it's going to be dirty. Your guys' team's unreal. I'm so excited. Talk as a closer here. It's a tradition. We started with Mace being on it.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it going with high school guys on here, when alumni's on here, when we get youth advocates on here, coaches. We're going to have so many different personalities and perspectives on here. That's what's really important to us with the development side of this podcast. How can we get more views and more insight so that our families and players can hear and, be inspired? Let's inspire here to end it. I want you to look back in the camera you committed in, okay? I want you to talk to a kid that he's in your spot. Let's go to the 14 Panthers, let's say right now. Maybe he's not playing a lot on that team. Maybe he's in the middle to bottom of that team. Maybe he feels slighted. There's so many different ways that guy could be feeling right now. I guess what I'm trying to get at is look in the camera and talk to a kid that hasn't heard news he wanted to hear, and maybe maybe he thinks, well, if I'm on this team, I'm never going to get to play varsity, or I'm never going to get to play college. I'm on the 13U Jaguars, or I'm on the 9U Cougar, whatever it could be, how to talk to a kid out there that's maybe in a spot they don't necessarily want to be in, and what do they need to do to keep working to get where you are.
Okay. So if you're in like an uncomfortable situation and you don't really know what to do, I feel like being uncomfortable is okay, because I feel like that's going to teach you different things in life. And being on like a so-called like fourth team, like Danny always says, I mean, it really builds your character. And I mean, that should really push you to be who you are and be better. And I feel like even if you're on a fourth team here, you're still going to get the same coaching as if you were on a first team or a second team or a third team, because everything all the coaches do here is with intent and teaching you to get better. And really just having that drive and being yourself is really important, and being a good teammate, because I feel like I've been a good teammate my whole life, hopefully. So I would just say that no matter where you are, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself. And I feel like if you're just yourself, you're going to be the best version of you. And that's going to help you succeed in life and just get better as a player and a person on and off the field.
Electric, as you said the whole time. Absolute fire. Yeah. Luke Donaldson, Texas Tech 2027 commit, 17U Coug, 6'4" journeyman for sure. Thank you so much for coming on to share your story. Thank you for having me. Absolutely. Can't wait to have you on again in the future.
Yes, sir.
So you continue your endeavors. Can't wait to watch you dominate for River Ridge this spring. You want to plug your Twitter or Instagram here? Any account handles people at home can follow?
So Instagram, Luke_Donaldson55, and then my Twitter handle is Luke_Donnie55.
Outstanding. Embrace the journey. I'm Jake Pralgo. This was episode 2. Again, so glad to have Luke. Cannot wait to keep getting more out there for all you guys. Follow us, please, on Instagram at EmbraceTheJourney643. Check us out on YouTube at official ETJ Pod. Follow us as well at 643DP Athletics. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Shout out to the Natty Daddies.
Shout out to the Natty Daddies. We're going to close it out. See you guys.
Thank you guys.
Let's go. That was good.
Let's go.
You crushed it, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was it fun?